What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. Okay, now this is a very, very important video that I'm going to do. Okay, and I'm going to be talking about people who are receiving Social Security currently, people who are receiving Medicare currently, as well as people who are retired. And also, this is going to impact people who are 40 and 50, people who are planning for retirement. So that's what we're going to focus on in this video. I'm going to give you a scenario that could potentially happen just due to the information that we received yesterday. But first off, before we get started, if you guys can do me a favor, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. We do daily videos, so by clicking the bell notification and clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. Okay, so what I want to do, and I'm going to walk you through this whole scenario. We received information yesterday that Senator Rick Scott wants to challenge Mitch McConnell. So the headline here reads, Senator Rick Scott to challenge Mitch McConnell as Republican leader. And so that's the new information that just came about. Now today, Wednesday, they are talking about holding this vote, but you also have some politicians, some senators that want to push this vote off so they can discuss this more as far as the leadership, who should be leader. Now, I'm not telling you this because I think Senator Rick Scott has a good opportunity to become leader. I don't think that's the case right now. I think Mitch McConnell will be able to, he's been leader for 15 years. I think he'll be able to get the votes that he needs to maintain leadership. But I'm telling you this for future. It's like playing a chess game. You have to think a step ahead. And so let's play this out. I'm going to put this scenario out to you guys, and let me know if you think that could potentially happen. Let me know in the comments below. So let's talk about this. So Senator Rick Scott wants to be leader. Okay, and you have Mitch McConnell has indicated there's chaos in the Senate right now when it comes to Republicans. There's chaos when it comes to the Republican Party as a whole. We're seeing the Republican Party right now start to split. Who controls the Republican Party right now? Who's the leader? Is it Trump? Is it DeSantis? Is it Mitch McConnell? Is it Rick Scott? There are a lot of different factions that are coming up right now. And so let's talk about this whole scenario. So we know that Mitch McConnell will probably remain leader. So that's a done deal. But Mitch McConnell, this is his last term. He's not running for re-election for Senate. So in 2026, that's when his term ends. In 2026, he's going to be done. So who's going to take over as leader after that? That's what's important. And the fact that Senator Scott has put forward his interest in becoming leader, he could potentially be leader in 2026. Now, let's play this out when it comes to people who are receiving Social Security and Medicare. We know Rick Scott had his 11-point plan, and part of that plan was to sunset all government programs every 5 years. Okay, so let's play this scenario. Let's say that in 2026, Senator Rick Scott becomes leader. And let's say when Senator Rick Scott becomes leader, they're in the majority. So he becomes the majority leader now. And he has an opportunity to bring bills to the floor in the Senate. And he decides, you know what? This Social Security, Medicare, the government programs, that 5-year sunset that I was talking about years ago, let's get that implemented. And they move a bill forward. And let's say the Republicans control the Senate and they control the House and they even control the presidency. And he's able to get this through. And so in 5 years, so from 2026, 5 years from then, that's when they'll have to reevaluate all the different government programs with Social Security and Medicare as a part of this review. And so let's look at the timeline here. Because if we're talking 2026 when he becomes the leader of the Senate, and then we look forward 5 years from there, now we're looking at 2031, 2032. Why is that important? If Congress doesn't move forward with a Social Security reform, if they don't move forward with addressing the trust fund, then guess what? It will be the 11th hour for the trust fund. The trust fund will be at a point where it's almost out of money. And so what will happen at that point? Well, we know that Senator Rick Scott wants to do that review of all the different government programs every 5 years. And if 2031 is the year, or let's say 2031 or 2032, that's the year that they need to do the review. Well, now we'll be looking at a situation where the trust fund's almost out of money and they need to review Social Security and Medicare. And if we allow the trust fund to run out of money, then people on Social Security will see a 20%, at least a 20% cut. And so what might happen at this point is the negotiating will start. They already need to review Social Security and Medicare. Now let's negotiate. And so the Republicans and the Democrats negotiate, and they're trying to figure out how to move forward. And we might see an agreement like this. Instead of a 20% cut, if we do nothing, why don't we do something and only have a 10% cut? And then we can move forward from there. And so this could be a strategy. This could be the scenario that we actually see, because right now we're not seeing Republicans want to move forward with anything when it comes to Social Security reform. They'll talk about it, but they're not really willing to move forward. At least Democrats want to move forward. They put bills forward, even though bills don't go anywhere. At least they're trying. But when it comes to Republicans, they don't want to do anything. At this point, they just want to obstruct. And if they continue this pattern for the next 7-8 years, then we will be in a situation where, yes, now something has to happen. And if it doesn't happen, then the 20% reduction will be in play. And if the 20% reduction is in play because of the trust funds out of money, then they'll negotiate it to, okay, it won't be 20%, it'll be 10%. But it's still a cut. And so that's why it's very important to watch these politicians. You have the Senator Rick Scott talking openly that he wants to be leader. Guess what? He might have an opportunity in 2026. And if that happens, what will Social Security look like? What will Medicare look like? And you have other senators like Mike Lee that's in the past said that he wants to do away with Social Security and do away with Medicare. And so this is a very, very serious time. And I just thought about this when I was looking at this article, and I was thinking, you know what? Senator Rick Scott wants to be leader. If he has an opportunity to be leader in 2026 or after that, we could be in a situation where Social Security gets cut, really gets cut. And we might hear politicians start talking about we want to save Social Security in the 11th hour. They'll wait till the 11th hour because they know it's going to be either a 20% cut or maybe we'll do a 10% cut. That we'll be saving the program by doing a 10% cut as opposed to a 20% cut, but it will still be the cut. That's what we need to focus on. And so I just wanted to put this video out here, not to scare you, but to get you to start thinking about, okay, we have Mitch McConnell there right now. Mitch McConnell, when it comes to Social Security and Medicare, he doesn't want to touch those programs. At least that's what he's saying. But you do have politicians that have openly expressed their want to change the programs, their want to sunset programs and things like that. Mitch McConnell's not one of them. But when he leaves, who's coming in his place? And what are they going to want to do? And if we see this new, because you kind of have two factions when it comes down to it. You have the older Republicans like Mitch McConnell, and then you have the new wave that's coming in, the Marco Rubios, the Rick Scotts. What are they going to want to do? The Mike Lees, are they going to want to do something when it comes to Social Security? And so that's why you heard some of these politicians coming out on the Democratic side saying, look, they want to cut Social Security. They want to do this to Medicare. They want to do that. They were saying that not because all Republicans want to do that, because that's not true. But you do have certain Republicans that want to move forward with dismantling Social Security and dismantling Medicare. And if those politicians become leaders, now they'll have that opportunity. So I want to know what you guys think about all this. So let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.